Yo, people, welcome back into another episode of the Hoops Hustle podcast. As always, it's your boy Josh.
It's your boy KJ, and the NBA has been rolling, man. Teams have been balling. We've got Jokic being phenomenal. We've got J-Dub coming back. We've got LeBron stat padding in LA. But yeah, where should we start?
Do you know what? I'm not going to start with any one of those teams. I want to start with one team in the Eastern Conference, the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, they've been balling.
They've been rolling ever since Trae Young has gone down with an injury. They've somehow been rolling. And it looks to a bigger picture where the Hawks never offered Trae Young a contract this summer. Are we looking at a case where he might be traded at some point this season or next summer? Because Jalen Johnson, I can't lie, he looks like the future of the franchise.
To be honest, if I'm the Hawks, I think it's time I make that move.
Facts.
I think build for the future. Yeah, Trae Young, I class him as one of the top point guards in the league, but his salary is going to be expensive, especially in this day and age where with the salary cap being very, very tight. I think go young. You've had the number one pick in the previous years, and obviously Jalen Johnson's been showing that he can ball and he can lead. And yeah, I think Trae Young should look for a more contender type team.
Because my thing is, with the Hawks, as Trae Young is your best player, could you be a contender in the East? I mean, he did lead them to a Eastern Conference Finals, albeit it was a kind of weak East at that point. But I don't think he could be the best player on a championship team. Maybe a second or third option. But right now, I think the Hawks need to give the keys to Jalen Johnson because he looks special, bro. He looks very, very special. I'm saying defender, rebounder, passing, scoring the ball at will as well, man. I like what I've seen. And we also have to give another shout to Gilgeous-Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves are missing him a lot.
That was a big piece that I feel like they're going to regret big time.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, what he can provide for you, I mean, now he's obviously thrusted into the starting role for the Hawks and he's been thriving ever since. And that's what the Timberwolves are missing. A solid point guard who can control the offense, man, because, yeah, the Timberwolves need it at the moment.
And especially in the East where we thought coming into the season, the East is going to be at least in conference. But it's actually been very jam-packed and tight. But especially in the East, showing that defense, gritty defense, with all those good point guards. You got Tyrese Maxey, you got Jalen Brunson. So the East is quite heavy with some guards. So adding that defensive power to the Atlanta Hawks has definitely stepped up a bit. Speaking of the East, what do you think about Cleveland Cavs? Because last season they were really hot. This season a bit shaky. What do you make?
I'm slightly unsure about the Cavs, man. Because obviously last season, yeah, you are right. They started off crazy hot. But then after the All-Star game, things kind of faltered a bit. And I think it's carried on to this season as well. So I'm looking at in a case where Darius Garland, he's never really healthy. So is it a case where they're just not a great team as before? Or a case where the stars aren't playing enough games together so they can't gel with one another?
I do think it's a little bit that Darius Garland thing. Obviously, you haven't been out at the beginning of the season. You're starting point guard. So you don't really have time to gel with the person who's commanding the offense, the person who's getting everyone in their position. But then also, I think there's a little bit of an identity crisis in that team. Is it Donovan Mitchell's team? Is it Evan Mobley's team? Should we trade Jarrett Allen? So it's like, who is the main guy?
I think it's Donovan Mitchell's team. I've slightly been disappointed with Evan Mobley. I think everyone was expecting him to take a leap, that kind of all-NBA second team maybe kind of leap, but we haven't really seen it this season. And again, with Darius Garland just being in and out with this toe injury, I don't think he's ever going to be healthy because he keeps trying to rush back and he's not allowing that toe to heal properly. So, I don't know. I think with the Cavs, you hear Kendrick Perkins saying it where they're just a soft team. I don't think they've got the grittiness to go against a New York Knicks kind of team, or even you saw it with the Pacers last season.
Why is it that Donovan Mitchell is so underrated? Because he's one of three players that's averaging 29 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's been a solid starter, all-star caliber player, first team All-NBA kind of player. Yeah. So why is it that he never gets the respect that I think he deserves?
No, 100%. I agree with that. I think he definitely goes under the radar. Do you know what? I think it's just a market. You're starting off your career at the Utah Jazz. Yeah. You're not going to get no buzz there. Then you go to the Cavs. There's only one person who's going to get the buzz on the Cavs, and that's LeBron James. Maybe if Donovan Mitchell was on the Lakers or a big market team, it would be different. But you're definitely right, because for him to be leading the team in scoring, and they had the start they had last year, no one was talking about him for MVP. He didn't get no shouts. So it's just the curse of obviously being in a small franchise.
Because for me, I actually look at him like a top 10, top 15 player in the league.
100%, yeah, I agree.
But when you hear the chatter, no one really talks about him. Everyone's talking about, obviously, your Jokic, your Luka, and all them kind of players, deservedly so.
But I would say as well, even though he definitely has the talent, at some point, yeah, you can talk about the team. But if you are that superstar guy we think he could be, at some point you got to elevate that team further than they can. He definitely has had some big moments, like beating Russell Westbrook and them as a rookie in the playoffs. But I think, especially in the East, at some point you need to lead that team at least to the conference final, because they've been one of the best teams in the East for like the last 2 years now, and it hasn't really paid dividends. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with them.
You know what? While we're in the East, let's just stay here. Philadelphia 76ers.
Man.
The first time the big three, so-called big three, is played together. What do you make? Is it Tyrese Maxey's team or is it still Joel Embiid's team?
I didn't even know he came back. Yeah, I'm not even like, I didn't even know Embiid came back. That's how bad it is. Honestly, moving forward, yeah, I think it's Tyrese Maxey's team. It's so sad to see this with Joel Embiid, where he wants to play to his capabilities, but his body just isn't there, man. And I think the knee is never going to be healthy. It's unfortunate, bro. But as a 7-footer, having those kind of knee injuries, the back injuries had just all over, man. Yeah, unfortunately, he might be a shell of himself now. So I think it's Maxey's team moving forward.
I don't think it's his team. I know it's his team. That guy's in the top 10 in points. He's just been balling. 50-point scoring here and there, 40 points here and there. Like, he's showing that he is the future. And the one thing I really like about Tyrese Maxey, he's hungry. Like, you always hear off-season stories about trying to pick at Jamal Crawford's brain or other players' brain, like getting in there. Like, even James Harden, although he left Philly, like, he spoke very highly of him in that summer workout. Yeah,
no, I love Maxey's game, man. And I think he's got a passion that the Sixers really need, bro. You see, the crowd loves him, the city loves him. And with Joel Embiid, bro, it's sad, man, because he was easily a top 3 player in the league when he was healthy. But again, like I said, I don't think he's ever going to be healthy. And it's the case now, what do the Sixers do with Joel Embiid? I know he obviously got signed to the extension, but is he a trade asset? I don't know. I'm sure they're going to play out the season to actually see what Paul George, Embiid and them looks like. But what do you think they can do? How far do you think they can go in the East this season?
Obviously, coming into the season, I had a little bit of high hopes. But we were saying if they're healthy, but it just doesn't look like they're healthy. Like, Paul George obviously coming back. I want to see how he gels into the team, come back from lengthy injury. But
like, if Embiid can get to 70, 80%.
I don't see it.
No.
Like, we've mentioned the Atlanta Hawks, they've been balling.
Yeah.
Obviously, Celtics, Jason Tatum might come back.
True.
Pistons, Cade Cunningham's been balling.
The Magic are finally playing.
Magic, even Miami Heat.
Yes.
Like, they've been playing that whole no pick and roll kind of ball. And it's actually balling. They're balling out, man. So, like, I don't see 76ers making noise. I know going into the season, we're like, if they're healthy, but...
Yeah, man. It's sad to see with Embiid, man, because the talent, bro, is like a generational talent, but unfortunately, health just derailed his career, man. We'll see.
Let's move over to the West.
Yes.
Lakers.
Sorry, I didn't even want to talk about the Lakers. We need to speak about the other team in LA. What the hell is going on with the Clippers, bro?
Boy.
Like, this is a team that a lot of people said are going to be at least top 3, top 4 in the Western Conference.
They were top 4 last year, no?
And I don't know, everyone just seems to have regressed. Obviously, James Harden is doing what he can. Kawhi, his health problems, but he's still playing at an okay level. Zubac's taking a step back. The team just seems old. They've lost like 8 straight games. And
boy, November, I think they went 3-12 or 3-19. Like, they had, like, last season, the issue was that they're old. This season, they've only just gotten older.
Yeah.
And by adding CP3, Bradley Beal's out for the season. Like, and they really need to make the playoff this season because if they tank and they're in the bottom, remember that pick's going to OKC?
That's what everyone in the NBA is worried about. Imagine OKC going back to back and then they get a top 3, top 2, top 1 draft pick in the NBA next season. And you know that draft class is stacked next year as well. So, boy, is it a case where Steve Ballmer looks at the team and says, do you know what? Let me finally cut my losses. Because I'll be real, I feel like he should have done that 2 years ago, honestly speaking. But there's just like no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, what trade could they even pull off to salvage this season?
I'll be real, there's no trade out there to salvage this season. Unless you're trying to get someone like Joel Embiid. But realistically speaking, they need to get young fast.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, we'll look into the trade deadline and see what teams are looking for players like James Harden, what teams are looking for players like even Kawhi, and see if you can get younger and still be competitive.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is Kawhi Leonard's trade value right now? Because I mean, he's not a guy you can consistently say he's going to play 70 plus games for me each season. And even though he's playing well, I don't think he's that superstar kind of killer. That when I'm seeing the Clippers now, and I'm like, we're going against Kawhi as a Lakers fan, I'm not like, oh, I'm scared of Kawhi. Remember back then, like, bro, when he first came, it was dangerous. But now, I don't know.
The thing is with Kawhi, he is a solid defender. Not even solid. That's being disrespectful.
Yeah.
He's a great defender. And there are teams out there that would take a punt on him. And especially with this NBA, it's like, bro, if I can get one championship to my title, like, look, if Dallas is like, hey, you can have AD. Yeah. I'm making hypotheticals here, but
that's what I mean. Yeah.
There are going to be teams where, like, you got New Orleans Pelicans, like, they got some young players. So it's like, it's a I'll help you, you help me kind of trade.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, looking at this season, we're still quite early, but are we expecting a notification from Shams about this team somehow? Either a trade or maybe even Tyronn Lue being fired?
I can see Tyronn Lue not lasting to the end of the season. I definitely see a trade happening because, I'll be real, they don't have no draft assets. They can't really tank the season because even next season they can't tank. So they need to remain competitive. I know they've got some cap space in free agency for summer, but I can see some contending teams really picking up phone for, is James Harden available?
Maybe,
Is this player available?
Right now, he's the only one I respect for the Clippers because he's the one that's actually playing nearly every game, bro, and trying to compete. But
I'll be real, let me tell you where they messed up. They messed up by not offering Norman Powell that contract offer.
And
because you see him, he's balling.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they definitely regret that one, man. It's tough, man. We'll see what happens with the Clippers. I mean, as a Lakers fan, I'm kind of enjoying the spectacle, but
let me tell you what I'm enjoying, because remember, the Lakers were really after Brook Lopez.
Oh yeah,
Brook Lopez was like, I don't know whether like LeBron's gonna be here, but then it's like, I'm signing with Clippers.
Yeah,
obviously going after DeAndre Ayton, best decision ever.
100.
And we're seeing the fruits of the labor now, man.
100. But moving on to the Lakers, I mean, they just got smoked by the Dylan Brooks-led Suns yesterday night. And I think it speaks to a bigger problem with the Lakers. Yeah, they've been winning games, but they've kind of been beaten up on lesser teams. And I think going against a team like the Suns, who are great defensively, who are great at creating turnovers, and a team like OKC, when they got smoked, it really highlights the problem that, listen, the Lakers are a good team, but they're not a great team. They're not a championship contender yet. The lack of defense, the carelessness, and also a lot of people say LeBron was looking very, very washed.
I'll be real. LeBron can never be washed. Yeah. But you have to be honest, like, my man's just come back after a lengthy sciatica injury. And yeah, they've been playing against the lesser teams, but you have to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, 100%.
And I won't say Lakers they're not contender type. Like, for me, it's Nuggets and Thunder and that kind of.
I mean, are the Nuggets really there? I don't know. Man.
Definitely. With Jokic, definitely.
I guess, but I don't know, man. I think people will rate that team too highly, man. I think they got some issues.
I'll get to the Nuggets later, but with Lakers, like, yes, defensively, it's a bit shaky because their starting lineup is what? Rui, Austin Reeves, Luka, LeBron,
bad defender.
And
when he wants to defend, good defender.
None of them are defenders.
Yeah, but really truly, yeah. Like, it's bad.
You need someone who can... It's difficult because when you look at their starting three, you got Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron. Those are like your small kind of players. Yeah. None of them play defense. Yeah. But they're all offensively great.
Yeah.
And where you need... It's like Rui needs to step up. And he's been balling well.
He's been playing well, but defensively, man, I don't think Rui will ever get it, bro. The amount of times of clips you see, I saw a montage like 2 days ago where literally everyone on the team was like shouting at him, Rui, you're missing your spot. You're missing your assignment. Like, and the amount of times he gets wide open layups on him, like, I don't think he will ever figure it out. I'm not going to lie to you, bro, because his role, it seems simple. You're there just to hit open shots and play the best defense you can, and he's always still taking plays off, man. I don't know, that team needs to get athletic. I mean, you saw Marcus Smart was a big miss yesterday. We needed him. I mean, Andrew Wiggins, who's been balling out for the Miami Heat, that was the kind of player that we're going for. But now that Heat are winning, that trade value might be a bit more higher than the Lakers are willing to pay.
But remember, when that Andrew Wiggins talk was happening, it was Austin Reeves. Right now, I'm sorry, Austin Reeves is off the table.
Yeah, 100%.
And so it's like, what other pieces do you have? So I do feel like they do need to be creative come trade deadline, and then even with the buyout market. I do feel like there'll be some lockdown defenders in that buyout market.
Potentially. I mean, you look at a team like the Pelicans, like what direction are they going in? You got Herb Jones there, you got Trey Murphy, potentially. We'll see what they do with their players. But like I said, the Lakers, I mean, they're an okay team, but there is levels, bro. There is levels. And another team I need to speak about who are absolutely just destroying everyone. It's the reigning champs, OKC Thunder, man. It's scary, bro. It's scary.
They're definitely winning 70 games.
Easily.
What, they've lost one game?
Yeah.
And they're like, 11 plus winning streak?
Bro, Chet's missed some games. J-Dub has literally just came back. And the one constant, we have to give him credit, bro, SGA, man. He is like looking like a historic player now. A very, very... Even though he had a very historic season last year, but now I think he's really cementing it. Like, he is that guy now.
I know Clippers, I was just looking at themselves and was like, what did we do?
They literally started a dynasty and they're going to add to it if they keep losing.
But my credit goes out to the Thunder. Like you said, they've missed out some key players. And I think one of the biggest things about this Thunder that goes unnoticed is that they play ego-less basketball. All these other teams, we see Clippers with a little bit, with too many egos in that team.
Yeah.
We see other teams with egos, but these guys, they really like playing for each other.
Facts,
You can see it on the sidelines, you can see it when they're playing ball, you can see it off the court. Like, there's a family unit there where it's like, I don't care. As long as we win, you see J-Dub coming back, easily slotting in, Chet coming in and out, easily slotting in. Like,
do you know what it is, bro? When you win a championship, man, all of that ego-ness and stuff, it just goes away, bro. You're just playing.
I don't think so, though. Because when you see other teams, there has been ego. Like, look at Golden State. Look at Miami Heat. Look at Cleveland.
But, okay, that one... Actually, no, yeah, I guess so. I think after you win the first one, going into the next year, yeah, okay, maybe when it goes a bit longer, egos can come into play. But I think with a young team as well, bro, I think they all know the hierarchy. They all know who's who. They know who the top dog is. They know the rest of them are just great role players who can be probably bigger stars on other teams, sorry. Sam Presti, Dagonaut, they just have got them playing great basketball right now. And honestly, looking at the whole entire NBA landscape, I don't think there's a team that can beat them in 7 games.
Do you know what? I agree with you. I think Thunder's going to be dominating for the next 10 years. Because another thing that we're missing out...
10 is a stretch.
Let me tell you why. Another thing that we're missing out, Clippers, they got the Clippers draft assets. Obviously, Sam Presti's got other assets lined up. But these players that are great role players... Hey, you want this player? I could trade you for a couple draft picks.
True, yeah.
And they're all young.
Yeah.
So it's like, in 2 years' time, it's like, you want this kind of player? I could trade you, give me a couple first-round picks.
Yeah,
Lou Dort, obviously, is still young, but when he gets up there in age, it's like, you know what, thank you, Lou Dort, for your services.
He's older than you think, you know.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you
thank
mean,
you for your services, we love you,
Yeah.
we're going to give you, we're going to retire your jersey number, but yeah, man, we'll go younger.
Yeah, no.
And so that's why I feel like 10 years, chop and change.
Yeah, cycle. It's scary, man. It's scary. Speaking about, obviously, we see LKC who are now potentially ascending into a dynasty. Let's talk about a team who was on that trajectory and now we don't know. The Memphis Grizzlies. Let's quickly touch on them, man.
Dynasty is trajectory.
Well, in terms of young team who was potentially championship kind of trajectory. Yeah, let's quickly touch on them, man, just for briefly. Bro, Ja Morant, Memphis Grizzlies, what's going on?
I think calling Klay Thompson a bum.
Yeah, man.
There's something wrong with you.
That's just the worst person you can say that to you, bro.
My man's won 4 chips.
Like, he is, when I say played in the most, and put on the most historic performances ever, bro. Game 6 Klay, you already know what we're talking about, bro. Ja Morant, you've done nothing in this league, bro. And Klay even said it, man. After that game in the interview, he was just like, basically kind of dissing him. But then he did say at the end, though, like, it's a shame to see because, bro, he's such a talented player. And yet he just continuing to come up short. And, bro, it's true, man. Ja Morant...
That was a diss, man.
It was a diss, 100%. But he did come as...
the elder statesman.
An elder statesman afterwards and saying, like, listen, you can only talk if you've done stuff in this league, basically. And you've got the talent to do it, but you just keep talking, and it keeps backfiring. So, it's... man, I don't know.
The biggest player that I feel like Memphis is missing is Dylan Brooks.
Yes.
Because you saw it in Houston last year.
Yeah.
He brought some form of grittiness.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I thought Phoenix was going to drop.
Same.
But nah, like he's slotted in nicely.
Yeah.
Getting 36 points against
Bro, I
Lakers.
think he's one of the best scorers. Like, I think he's doing better than Book efficiently wise.
He's averaging his highest in points,
Yeah.
highest in percentage. Like Dylan Brooks, yes, his antics is, but I feel like he's most improved player this season.
I mean, that's a potential shout. I can definitely agree with that, 100%, man. He is you're right. He's what the Memphis Grizzlies are missing: the grittiness, the confidence, the swagger. But I don't know, Ja Morant's swagger is like, I can't really explain it, bro. But it's just you haven't done anything. Even though Dylan Brooks hasn't done anything, but at least he's gonna try to back it up. Whereas Ja is different, man.
At first, I used to think Dylan Brooks was one of them kind of like, just one of them talkers and bum.
Yeah.
But where I really grew into him was the Court of Gold on Netflix, where he was talking for Canada. And I think just seeing him, like, just how pure and honest he is. Like, he's just a real guy, man. He just likes the ball. He just likes being a pest on the court. But there's a genuineness about him.
100%. And, I mean, obviously, they got Zach Edey back, who's actually been playing pretty well for him. Let's see if that changes things. But honestly speaking, if I'm the Memphis Grizzlies owner or front office, what's my direction? Where am I going? Like, I'm not too sure.
I've even got this question. So, like, obviously, we see Memphis as one of them places that, if I got drafted there or traded there, am I keen on playing?
Yeah.
Like, what team would you rather play for? Memphis, Charlotte, or even, what's the other worst team? Memphis, Charlotte, or Pelicans? If you had to pick one.
Damn, that's three, like, bad franchises. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Pelicans, I couldn't play for them. I literally feel the Pelicans are a cursed franchise, bro. In terms of injuries and just bad luck that happens to that franchise, nah, I'm not playing for the Pelicans. Hornets.
I feel like that's like the bottom
barrel. Hornets is bottom barrel because Hornets, you just got no chance of winning there. Like, you're going to be basically forgotten about in the NBA, really.
From the Kemba days, Kemba just managed to make playoffs. They were bums. No offense, but they were bums then.
At least, now. At least Memphis has history. I probably would pick the Memphis Grizzlies, but it's not like a easy answer, can't lie.
Yeah. I think, Memphis is probably the best team, out of the cities. Pelicans, New Orleans is probably the best city to live, but
I'm not really trying to play
them teams. Don't draft me in Miami. Don't trade me to any of those kind of places.
100. Yeah, so we'll see what the Memphis Grizzlies do, but let's touch on the team you said you have confidence in. I'm a bit unsure about is the Denver Nuggets.
So why are you unsure about the Nuggets?
Because I'm watching the team and it's just too much Jokic, bro. Like, I feel Jamal Murray has slightly taken a step back. Is Aaron Gordon actually the missing piece? If he continues to remain out and there's an injury that lingers throughout the season, I don't think they can get anywhere without him. I'm not going to lie to you.
I do feel like with Aaron Gordon, they won't rush him back.
Yeah.
The season's long. They are making the playoffs. They're not going to slip out into the playing games. But, Jamal Murray, I think treading carefully. Obviously, he's had a couple like serious injuries in previous years. But I feel like Nuggets now is kind of like OKC and Celtics, where it's just like, we want to play in the playoffs. So they're taking it lightly. Like, Jokic is putting up ridiculous numbers.
Yeah.
Average, leading the league in assists?
Yeah.
One of the top 10 in points, leading the league in rebounds, one of the top 10 in steals as well. Like, he's definitely the MVP for me so far this season.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Why is he? I'm either going to say SGA or Luka. Now, I'm saying the Lakers have a better record. Luka is putting up disgusting numbers as well. So why is that different between Luka and Jokic?
For me, the record's not that far much of a difference.
No, it's not.
They're probably like, a game behind?
Yeah.
Or even with yesterday's loss against Phoenix.
Okay,
probably
cool.
equal in losses.
Yeah, okay, cool. No, but Denver ended up losing as well to Mavs.
Okay.
But, cool. OKC, SGA is putting up historic numbers, not even playing fourth quarters. Why wouldn't you consider him MVP?
I feel like you said, the team that he's in is
play. Yeah, I understand, but bro, his second best players miss sometimes. His third best players miss sometimes.
I feel like you can take out SGA and OKC Thunder will be treading long fine. I'm not saying get rid of him. That's not me saying that.
Yeah,
but I feel like
interesting.
You can take him out and OKC will still be balling out there.
So how far do you think the Nuggets could go this season?
Their ceiling is finals, but realistically speaking, I feel like OKC will have them in 7.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think they can get got in the second round, to be fair.
You think they can, the third versus second round?
Mm-hmm. I think the season. I don't know. I think there's going to be a big shake-up next summer. I think Jamal Murray's going to be gone. I'm going to make sure I save this video. I think Jamal Murray's going to be gone, and they're going to clear out and do a whole lot. I think Jokic and Aaron Gordon are the only 2 players who are untradeable for that franchise.
Oh, that's a big statement.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray.
You heard it here first, guys. I'm telling you.
Do you feel like they're going to trade him or?
Yeah, I think they're going to go to the second round. They're going to lose. Jamal Murray's not going to have a great performance, and they're going to realize, do you know what? He's had some great moments for us, but it's time we need a revamp in this place.
I'll be real, knowing their owners very, very well due to my football background.
Yeah.
I don't see that move happening.
Fair enough. We'll see. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Hoops Hustle Pod.
As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, throw some questions on social, and we'll be sure to answer them.